Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Marvel's show She-Hulk, episode 6. And let's just talk about it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay, so this week we got pretty much a self-contained episode with Just Jen. That's how they titled it too. Just Jen, attorney at law. They change the title screen every week, and it's kind of cool. I like that. So she has been invited by an old high school friend, Jennifer has, to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. So she decides that she feels obligated to go to do this. So she's gonna go and be a bridesmaid at this chick's wedding. And so she got some new clothes and things from the last episode. So now she's gonna wear one of her dresses as She-Hulk, as we've seen in the promos. The tall dress that she's outside, that one. And she looked pretty nice. The CGI even looked pretty good on this part. I was like, okay, I'm feeling that. I can see her in the movies. That's looking good. But then of course the bride is like, you're taking all the attention away from me. I just wanted you to be Jen. So she ended up just being Jen while she's there. There's an A and a B story. I'll get to that in a minute. This is the A story. So while she's there, Titania shows up, and she's the date of one of the groom's friends. So that's why she's there. Jen was like, what are you doing here? You following me? You stalking me? What's happening? She's like, no, I came because I was invited, and I'm not thinking about you. I'm trying to just do my own thing. Meanwhile, the girl whose wedding it was and took full advantage of Jen, got her ironing clothes and cleaning up the party area and doing all this other stuff. She really just wanted to use her, and it was kind of effed up. I'm like, these are some messed up friends. You should have just told that chick no. And the being that she's to walk down the aisle with is a dog. A little teeny tiny hand dog. I'm like, are you serious? All the other girls get to walk down the aisle with a man, but a dog for her? Yeah, I would have walked out. I'm done. Find somebody, a dog, to walk by herself. You don't need me. Because that was real bogus. So during all of this, she meets another dude. I forget his name. I think his name is Josh. And he's there at the party. He's one of the groom's friends as well. He seems pretty cool. Don't know where this guy's going because every guy that comes into her life seems very untrustworthy. So I don't know what to think about this dude at all. I'm like, seems nice. Seems like he really likes Jen. You know what I'm saying? He okay with her being She-Hulk, because she told him. And because, well, let's just say Titania was full of crap. And she fooled around and attacked Jen. And Jen being drunk, she couldn't hardly turn into She-Hulk. But once she did, she totally embarrassed Titania yet again. Everybody had their phones out and recording it. Broke that bitch teeth and everything. I was like, all right. Got a little She-Hulk action in there. But it was funny. So at the end of the day, she's starting to come more to terms with the fact that she is who she is, but people do enjoy She-Hulk a little better. And if she's being honest with herself, she enjoyed being She-Hulk a little better herself. That's what I got out of that. Even though she got treated like crap at this wedding, and I would have slapped that lady. But the lady, the woman whose wedding it was all happy. Oh, She-Hulk, you're here, Jen, I love you, and you're so wonderful, and blah, blah, blah. Because she was drunk. Yeah, that was ridiculousness. Okay, so that was what was happening with Jen in this episode. On top of the fact, I'll get to that in a second. That's what was happening with Jen this episode. So then the B story was the lawyer friend that worked with her that helped her with her case against Titania last episode. Had a case going on with this guy whose name is the Immortal or Mr. Immortal or whatever the hell his name is. He lived forever. He can die, but then he come right back to life. And he had married all these different women through all these years of doing this. And Yeah, he wanted a clean split and divorce from all of them. They all got claims to his fortunes and all kind of stuff like that. So that's what he was there for, and that's the case she was doing. And Jen's paralegal friend, Nikki, her best friend, she was working with her on this case. Now, this part of the episode, did not really care for that much. The case itself was fine. It was the lawyers, Nikki and the other girl, and how they were treating their client, and how they were talking to him and talking about him. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why would I pay y'all to help me? Y'all supposed to be helping me. And at the end of the day, they made some kind of settlement deal with the women that, made sure that he had to pay in some way for everything to go through, for all the women to sign the paperwork and everything, and he could be completely apart from them. I'm like, this is not how lawyers should be working. They didn't like him and what he was doing to the women, so they came up with some kind of scheme to help the women out, as well as still help their client. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. The way they was talking to him, talking about him, all of that. I mean, was dude a great guy? No, he wasn't. But you're still working for me. You're still my lawyers, and you still should be trying to get me the best deal possible. So, the agenda, the writers, that is, in this episode, I wasn't feeling with the man bashing. Wasn't feeling it. Sorry, I felt it this episode. I've seen it, remnants of it, sparkles of it in other episodes, but I felt it in this episode because I felt for dude, even though he was bogus as heck for what he was doing to them women. Y'all, my lawyers, do your job. So, yeah, they ended up helping him solve his problem. He jumped out the window once on their ass and everything because he can't deal with confrontation. So anytime something get heated, he just leave or kill himself or try to disappear. Yeah, he tried to do that in the conference with the women too, but they wouldn't let him, his lawyers. And so that's how the deal ended up getting made, thanks to Nikki. So she showed her worth as a paralegal. That was cool. And her and the lady got a little closer, got to know each other a little better. She married and got a kid and all that kind of stuff. So that was cool. That part was nice. But they handled that case, oh yeah, I wasn't feeling that at all. But in the process of them handling the case, they found out about some website called Intelligentsia, and this is where it gets juicy for the remainder of the season, I suppose. Because we're on episode 6, we got 7, 8, 9. We got 3 more episodes to go. Some 9 episodes. Yeah, so they look up the website. It's a bunch of haters on there. It's basically about superheroes, the Intelligentsia website, and people talking about it and trolls and all kind of stuff. And then they found the part about She-Hulk, and then all the hate that's for She-Hulk was ridiculous, And so then the lawyer girl was like, don't tell Jen about this. She needs to keep her head clear, yada, yada, yada. Nikki ain't listening. She sent her a voicemail telling her all about the shit. So when she gonna get that voicemail and be like, what? Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. On top of that, we got a scene where there's some people working in a lab, and we see one of the guys carrying that broken bent needle that the wrecking crew tried to jab Jen with to get her blood, and that didn't work. And so now this doctor is putting some big, giant, thicker new needle on the hypodermic to, I guess, penetrate her skin. Probably made of vibranium. That's a suggestion from dude, because I believe he was working for them people too, And the King Hulk, was the person the guy on the computer was messaging back and forth with. Don't know who that is. Very mysterious. I'm like, okay, so there's some hierarchy going on where somebody's trying to get Jennifer's blood. They want her blood, so I get the sense that we're getting more Hulks coming to the MCU pretty soon. So I don't know what future project Marvel and Kevin Feige have going on that's going to involve multiple Hulks, but I'm excited to find out what that's going to be. Because they got several projects coming up where that could fit in. We got Thunderbolts coming up. We got Captain America, New World Order coming up. We got Armor Wars coming up. We got some stuff coming up from them that they can fit a bunch of Hulks in. So I'm like, okay, who is this person that's trying to get Jen's blood? That's the main curious thing I want to know. And I hope we figure that out. No Daredevil this episode from the teaser that was made from last episode. So he's coming up pretty soon. Like I said, 3 episodes left. You don't have a choice. He's coming. So, yeah, that was this week's episode of She-Hulk. And I will see you guys for the next one. Have a great day.